I like Saturdays. On Saturdays, my brother Billy and I usually go to some new place with Mommy and Daddy. One Saturday last summer, we hiked along a nature trail. I didn't think walking could be very much fun, but this was different. When we started out, Daddy gave each of us a trail guide with a map and numerals in it. The numerals told you where you were and what you were looking at and what you could see if you looked very closely. Daddy showed us our trail on the map. It was called the Discovery Trail. We didn't hurry. We walked slowly. We walked slowly on the trail. We walked slowly on the trail because there was so much to see. First we saw a thicket. Daddy said that a thicket is a habitat. A habitat is a place where plants and animals live. I like that word, habitat. I figured out that even though we don't live in a thicket, our house is a habitat too. Rabbits and birds live in the thicket. Rabbits and birds live in the thicket where they eat plants and insects. Rabbits and birds live in the thicket where they eat plants and insects and hide from other animals. Number 2 was the pond. At the pond, Daddy gave Billy and me a surprise present. It was a magnifying glass for looking at tiny little things more closely. Plants and animals live in the pond. It's another habitat. The plants and animals depend on each other for their food. We saw frogs with pop eyes that catch insects with their tongues. There's the frog. There's the frog that ate the spider. There's the frog that ate the spider that ate the fly. The pond smelled funny. Billy said it smelled like hard-boiled eggs. When we came to number 3 on the nature trail, it was just a wall of big stones. Mommy said that farmers built the wall around their field years ago, and now the wall is a habitat too. Who lives in the wall? Plants and insects live in the wall. Chipmunks live in the wall too. Rabbits and birds live in the thicket where they eat plants and insects and hide from other animals. Number 2 was the pond. At the pond, Daddy gave Billy and me a surprise present. It was a magnifying glass for looking at tiny little things more closely. plants and animals live in the pond. It's another habitat. The plants and animals depend on each other for their food. We saw frogs with pop eyes that catch insects with their tongues. There's the frog. There's the frog that ate the spider. There's the frog that ate the spider that ate the fly. The pond smelled funny. Billy said it smelled like hard-boiled eggs. When we came to number 3 on the nature trail, it was just a wall of big stones. Mommy said that farmers built the wall around their fields years ago, and now the wall is a habitat too. Who lives in the wall? Plants and insects live in the wall. Chipmunks live in the wall too. Then I saw a lizardy thing called a salamander running around on the rocks. Billy said it would be much happier in the woods where it belongs. We found out that things live under rocks too. We turned over a big flat one and watched some ants. It was a colony of ants, Daddy said. They all worked together to build their little tunnels. They sure looked busy. Number 4 on the Discovery Trail was the stream. We watched it from a wooden bridge. The stream is a habitat where fish, plants, and insects live. We saw spidery bugs that walked right on top of the water. Bugs that can walk on water live at the stream. Bugs that can walk on water and toads that can hop on land live at the stream. At the pond, the water was quiet and still, but here at the stream, it moves all the time. I closed my eyes. I closed my eyes and listened to the stream. It sounded like a big bathtub with a giant faucet running water into it. Then I opened my eyes and took off my shoe and sock. I put my foot into the stream. When I put my foot into the stream, the water felt cold and tickly. When we got to number 5, I couldn't see a habitat. Just an old dead log. But Daddy asked us to look very closely, and we saw lots of things. Even a dead log can be a habitat because it gives food and shelter to plants and insects. Someday the log will be soil for new plants, and even for a new tree. This is called recycling. Nature can't recycle glass bottles. Nature can't recycle glass bottles or aluminum cans. We don't leave litter on the trail because nature can't recycle glass bottles or aluminum cans. After a while, we got really good at seeing things that were hard to see. A dragonfly looks just like a twig when it sits on a branch. An ant crawling on a tree trunk is hard to see because it's almost the same color. Camouflage is nature's way of protecting animals from things that might hurt them. Then I thought I saw a rock moving through the grass. But it wasn't really. It was just a turtle camouflaged to look like a rock. He looks so funny. The last habitat is like a backyard. The land around your house can be a good habitat if you do the right things there. Birds would like this backyard because there is food for them to eat. Some apples had fallen from a tree, and we could see where birds have been pecking at them. There are lots of nice trees for birds and other little animals to live in. If there are berries, the birds are sure to come to your yard. You can even have special houses for them. We could hear the bees buzzing around the flowers, and we watched a pretty butterfly reaching way down to get nectar. I'd like to have all those plants and animals living around me. I'm glad I found out about habitats. Now I'm going to know what to watch for, so I don't mess them up. We had a good time. We had a good time when we went for a walk. We had a good time when we went for a walk on the nature trail.